representatives of the Westerly School Committee, representatives of the Westerly Town Council, 50th year anniversary honored guest Gloria Burchill, our commencement speaker, James E. Morano Jr. from the graduating class of 1968, the Westerly High School faculty and staff, the Westerly Public School Department faculty and staff, and representatives of the 50th anniversary graduating class of 1965. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand and give a warm welcome to the Westerly High School class of 2015.
Welcome and good evening. The commencement exercise of a high school, although they come every year at this time, reminds us that we are a community committed to the education of those that will take our place as teachers, principals, elected officials, doctors, small business owners, people in law enforcement, soldiers, engineers, and parents. Please remain standing and welcome Class President Jack Patton to the podium.
I'd like everybody to join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Again, good evening. My name is Stephen Rosito, and I have the honor of serving as principal of Westerly High School. At this time, our superintendent of schools, Dr. Roy Seitzinger, will bring greetings to the class.
Good evening, School Committee Chairman Patton, members of the school committee, members of the town council, President Silvestri, welcome Town Manager Grabowski, Principal Rosito, keynote speaker and school committee vice chair James Morano, members of the class of 1965, honored guests, teachers, support staff, parents, community members, salutatorian Alex Barato, valedictorian Julia Stryer, and of course, the class of 2015. It is my honor and pleasure to stand before you and celebrate your day. Our students have been listening to speeches, ladies and gentlemen, since Senior Project Day. They've shared much advice, memories, and they've wondered about their future. For those of you who are not present at Baccalaureate last Tuesday, it was a wonderful experience that lasted just over 3.5 hours. Almost half the graduate class received some kind of scholarship. I wish to recognize our students for demonstrating what we already know. Our senior class is kind, they are supportive of each other, They are patient, particularly with adults. And they are very disciplined. They had to be to sit there so long. But they did a great job, and it was well worth it. Congratulations on the baccalaureate awards. Because you've heard so much good advice, like follow your passion, or look at the negative spaces for creative ideas, I thought I'd set aside a few of my traditional remarks. I talk about science and technology in almost every speech. I won't today. I talk about things like dark matter and 3D printers and haptic screens. They're really amazing. You should check them out. Google them. I intend instead to offer you some advice and some guidance. So quiet your minds and cherish this time, ladies and gentlemen. You're outside for the first time in 3 years at a graduation ceremony. It's warm, the sun is setting, and there's a breeze, which we deeply appreciate, do we not? Yes. You'll never be here again in quite this way. Let's take a moment and share appreciation and respect for our faculty and friends, administrators, family, and community members that helped us get to this day. Let's particularly thank your class advisors for their patient professional support as you come to this day. Your academic success has been outstanding, both individually and as a unit. Life is great. So I ask myself, and everyone who cares about you asks this same question. What can we do to help you, to position you for great things? We know that your futures will be uneven, bumpy, packed with twisters and flying houses, challenges, heartbreak, successes, ups and downs throughout your whole life. So what can I offer you, and what can we offer you to help you position? I'm going to ask you to indulge me and ask for your patience and to reflect and activate your imagination one more time. I'm going to offer you a simple tool to remember these days and moments by. A tool that spans generations and connects parents and students. A tool, there are many tools, this is just my favorite. So close your eyes and visualize this. The movie, The Wizard of Oz. Dorothy, Toto, the Scarecrow, the Tin Man, the Lion, witches good and bad. Okay. First of all, I can see on some of your faces that I need to do some explaining. When people my age say movies, we envision a 2-hour-long event with overpriced popcorn and a sharing of visual and sound with a whole group of total strangers. Sort of like watching a really long YouTube video or a huge bunch of Instagram pictures all organized in sequence. So if you need to visualize that YouTube video, do that. I want to share this metaphorical tool with you in the hopes that you might retain little pieces of the knowledge and memory that has been shared with you throughout these last couple of weeks. Know this, for example. With steady effort, perseverance, and always trying your best, even if it doesn't exactly work out the way you planned, you'll always get home. Hot air balloons and ruby slippers are not needed. If you're responsible and you don't worry too much, everyone makes mistakes, as you know. Everyone looks foolish sometimes. And if you have to run away to sort things out, tell someone where you're going. It's easy to find your way home, especially if a really big storm blows up. Be positive and optimistic. Work as a team with good friends and good supports. You all get to see the wizard if you work together. Be strong. Nurture forgiveness, kindness. It is where courage comes from. All of that is inside of you. Do not be afraid. Be active, expressive, creative. Maintain a sense of gratitude. And your days will always be brighter. Be polite, especially to witches, good and bad. You might need them as backup someday when you're fighting off the flying monkeys. Take care of yourself. Life is long and from time to time uncomfortable. There are no rainbows without care and focus. Remember, sometimes even the trees can be mean, but all they really do is throw apples. Trust yourself. This doesn't mean being arrogant or self-righteous or unforgiving or self-centered. That would be a horse of a different color. It means, in fact, the exact opposite. To trust yourself, you must know yourself. To know yourself, you must know the complexity and the humility, and you know how to treat others, even those that need a little oil in their joints every once in a while. Work hard and focus on your strengths. Create an attitude of resilience, ladies and gentlemen. Stand by your core beliefs. Face things that are scary, like fire, even if you're made of straw, for your friends and loved ones can help stuff you back together and get you on the road. Be brave. Be brave. You are agile of mind. You have shown how cohesive and hopeful you are. It's the only way to be. When you're brave, you can see clearly. If you're brave, you can be kings and queens of the entire land. Care for people that have less strength and power than you do. Be patient and compassionate with everyone, especially children. They are sometimes just lost and afraid. Munchkins are everywhere. Work to help others. That's the best thing you can do. Be part of a team. Respect the differences. Speak clearly even when you're faced with really large, green, angry faces and heads. Speak with respect and focus from the heart. That's what matters. In Oz, as in many places, wizards are usually just people that have studied a little harder, read a little more, thought a little deeper than those around them. Be the wizard. Find the magic in science, technology, math, the arts, and work. You're all creative, you're all intelligent, and you're all full of potential. It is your agile minds and your open, ticking heart that will carry the day. And try whenever you can, ladies and gentlemen, to be fearless. Every once in a while, you should find yourself saying, okay, now what have I gotten myself into? Face the wicked witch in defense of your friends and your ideas and your dreams. And remember, sometimes accidentally throwing a bucket of water can really have positive consequences. Sometimes the wicked problems just melt away. Challenge yourself, push to the edge of your potential, and be adventurous. But for your parents' sake, do it responsibly. It is your best. If you do your best, the people who love you will always love you, and you won't need those ruby slippers. This ceremony does not determine who you are. It gives you a platform on which you can become. Recognize that what makes you special and strong and intelligent is you, and you can own that. So reflect on the story of the Wizard of Oz. The lion always had his courage. The scarecrow always had his brains. The Tin Man always had his heart. And Dorothy always knew the way home. They just needed an opportunity to prove it. When you're handed your diploma this evening, you will have completed a mighty task. You will have delivered the witch's broom to the wizard. You will have received your diploma that acknowledges your fortitude and your strong mind and your willing heart. And you will be home for a moment. So it is with my sincerest hope that you will hold on to just a few of these encouraging words using that metaphorical tool, the Wizard of Oz. But perhaps you also could find your own metaphorical tool. And whether you're part of the Lollipop Guild or the Lullaby League, ladies and gentlemen, you confront your choices and go left or right. Choose well. For whatever road you take, stride down it with humility and hope. Live well, ladies and gentlemen, and congratulations on a wonderful graduation day.
At this time, we'll be entertained by our chorus, so members of the senior class, at this time, please join the chorus. So here we are. You and I came to this campus 4 years ago, not quite sure how fast the 4 years would pass. Not fully aware of what to expect. I was a new principal, new to this community, and you were high school students for the first time. You had no way of knowing that earning a diploma would ask you to demonstrate proficiencies and take you on a journey that did not quite resemble that of your parents or grandparents. They did not have PPGRs, proficiency-based graduation requirements. Whether it was PPGRs, Common Core, kneecap, adding a webpage requirement to the senior project. The shifting standards did not stifle or deter you from making history. As a result of your performance, Westerly High School earned the elite ranking of commended school. The highest ranking awarded to a school by the Department of Education. You are the first Westerly students in our school's proud, long history to graduate under that banner. So congratulations. If you need a reminder, your citation is by the stage here. Your hard work reminds me of Mike Rowe from the Discovery Channel show Dirty Jobs. For episode after episode, the producers were committed to showing us that hard work counts and that every person makes a civilization work. To make a civilization work, it takes people like Bob Cones, a pig farmer from Las Vegas, who takes discarded people food from the casinos and runs them through a homemade food processing contraption that he built to feed pigs. They grew at twice the rate, making sure that they got to market twice as fast. Mr. Cones is an entrepreneur, a recycler, a problem solver, an engineer, a critical thinker. And by the way, after the episode ran on Dirty Jobs, he was offered $75 million for his operation. Dirty Jobs also introduced us to scientist Kristen Sanford, who catches water snakes, and get this, makes them vomit, to study the changes in their diet and to determine how man is affecting the environment and life cycle of animals that we share the planet with.